Hello again, YouTube. Been a few weeks since I showed anything on this bike, but been kind of riding it to work every day. We got my 1986 Miata 110. Scored for 50 bucks on Facebook Marketplace, named James after the guy I bought it from. Did a few mods. We got a Origin 8 seat post in there. Got a new seat on it. I put some different pedals on there. Got a new wheel set. Well, I mean, I say new. A lot of this stuff is just used that I had on hand. Only new part for it is these handlebars here. I bought some random no-name Chinese carbon fiber handlebars on Amazon. They were like 60 or 80 bucks. So far, I'm pretty happy with them. They seem real good. They had internal cable routing, which is why I bought them, because it kind of looks really clean. I went with orange brake cable and orange wrapping there, just because I kind of like the orange and the blue. I could have gone red to match the logo, but I'm not a huge fan of red. But maybe one day. But I do have other orange parts from another build. I was thinking maybe pedals and a seat, but for now we're just keeping that. I think this is enough orange for now. I do want to change it out to like higher gear on the hub, or a different gear ratio on the hub, because it's not very great right now. It's still a 6-speed, but I could make it a 7 or an 8-speed potentially. I think that's what we're going to do next. We're out here on the Canal towpath right now. Like halfway down, the trail actually turns to sand right there, so I decided to stop, and also apparently it's under construction anyway, so I can't even really go that way, I guess. I don't know. But I just wanted to bring this thing down here. It's my day off, and it's finally not covered in ice, and it's not below freezing, so I figured it's a good day to get this out. We got some Kenda Small Block 8 tires on here, front and rear. They're very good for road and dirt and even a little bit of snow. It's been pretty good so far. I polished up the cranks real good. They need another polishing. They're kind of faded from all the road salt that I've been riding through the last couple of weeks. I had to swap out the brake calipers because the stock ones were way too thin and they were flexing because I'm a bigger boy. I'm about 250 pounds, so I had to put some thicker brake calipers on there. Now it stops on a dime. Handlebars are working great. I love the orange wrap. I don't know. I'm really happy with that. And you know, for cheap Chinese handlebars, these seem really well made. Like, this is actually textured. Like, that's part of the carbon fiber. They actually did texturing on there somehow. I don't even know how you do that, but it seems really cool. It's kind of foggy out today. I don't know if you can see it, but the whole front of the bike's actually covered in some condensation. I think I'm going to throw the chest mount on, since I'm going to call this my halfway point. I started the video late, I suppose. I could have started it at the beginning of the trail, but it's not that exciting. I only made it like 5 miles, so I'll put the chest mount on and I'll head back, and we'll catch a couple of clips of whatever there is on the way back. There's like these 2 big pedestrian bridges that are kind of cool, I guess, so I'll see if I can bike up those again. I already biked up them on the way here. But yeah, I'm going to pause, get the chest mount on, and then we will start riding back home. Okay, so the reason I said this canal path isn't very interesting is because I only got a couple miles down south, and you have to get like 15-20 miles down south away from Cleveland before the canal trail starts actually looking nice, because while you're in Cleveland and a lot of the surrounding areas, just sort of looks like this. And then you have industrial on the other side. Industrial, and then there's a little river. To be fair, the river was industrial anyway. I mean, they kind of built it so they could ship stuff. So all this crap just, I guess, boomed off of it. Look, a movie theater. Anyway, it's pretty much just like 50 or 100 miles of this. But like I said, the further south you get, you start getting more green stuff. It starts looking a little bit like Shrek's swamp. It's pretty cool. But unfortunately, I haven't biked in a while. I've had a knee injury bothering me for almost a year now. So, just kind of been winging it. I kind of just have enough power in me to get to work, which is like 2.5 miles from my house. Luckily, my house is actually really close to the end of this trail, so I can just pretty much come here whenever I want. The weather just has not been permitting. Some of the water is still frozen, if you can see that. At least the trails are clear. I don't need to be falling and hurting my knee again, slipping on some ice. But I do need to exercise it or it's never going to get better, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and pause. Should be coming up to the bridge soon. I'll show you those when I get there. So before we get to the actual pedestrian bridge, I just want to mention this big dumb highway bridge here. This path goes right under it, and it makes me paranoid, I guess. I don't like super tall highway bridges for some reason. I guess I'd probably get the same feeling if I was in like a cave or like downtown, you know, something like that. You just kind of feel like the building might fall apart or like the bridge might fall apart, you know. But yeah, I only have to pass under it for like 30 seconds, so it's not like I'm gonna die. Surprisingly, that's like one of the only things that paranoids me about riding around. I could pay attention to cars and stuff. I know I'm not gonna get hit by one of them for the most part. But you never know when a building or a tree is just gonna fall down on you. One time I was on a mountain bike trail and a tree branch did fall down on me. So I guess I have right to be paranoid. But anyway, the pedestrian bridges are coming up, so I gotta get a running start. Because my bike does not gear low enough to cruise up that bridge. It's a very steep angle. Hopefully the chest mount is at the right angle for you guys. Oh, here, we'll pass under the bridge with me. The one time there were guys up there working on it, and like, I'll joke around when dudes are on rooftops sometimes and be like, yo, don't jump. But like, when they're up working on that shit, I ain't doing that to them. Nah. All right, we're coming up to the bridge. I gotta start pedaling harder. Just ignore the heavy breathing. Passing on your left. I always like to warn people when I'm passing. Unless they're like clearly wearing headphones and jamming out, and they don't hear you. There goes one of the bridges. There's two right next to each other. There's a little side path if you want to like cross the main street, but I ain't waiting for no red light. Nah. If I'm stopping, it's gonna be at the top of the hill. It's a very angled bridge, like I was saying. I think they're pretty cool. I wish there was more of them, but these are like the coolest bridges on this whole trail that I've seen so far. All right, let's get it. Gear down. I tell you what, I'm really happy with these handlebars. They're very solid. They absorb a lot of shock. And I don't know why, but I feel like they steer better. Maybe it's just a mental thing. Maybe it's because they're half the weight of an aluminum bar. I don't know. Hooyah, downhill. But yeah, they feel like they're more nimble. Like, I just have to think about steering and I'm steering. It's pretty cool. Telekinetic handlebars, bro. That's a nice downhill. That's why I like those bridges. It's just steep enough to be able to climb up in low gear, and then you can blast down the other side. I'm sorry if there's wind noise. I kind of didn't think about that. I forgot to bring my little microphone with me. I haven't tested that yet. But anyway, here's another bridge. This Miata is amazing. I love it. I haven't even ridden my brand new $800 Poseidon in months. Mainly because I didn't want to subject it to the winter cold. Although, anything I Google searched just sort of said aluminum's still strong in the cold, so I don't know. I just take precautions because I'm heavier. Like I said, 250 pounds. Steel bike feels safer. Now, I know people are probably going to be sad that I took the original wheels off of it. Don't be sad. I just don't have any tires. Tires that are on them are too bald for any of the biking that I do. So, I just need to clean those rims up and find some new tires. I really want to re-spoke them with some new hubs, though. Just because a new hub will be lighter, and those aluminum, they're like forged aluminum hoops. Those deserve to have a really nice hub attached to them. So that's what we're gonna do eventually. For now, these cheap Wheelmaster wheels are working very good. I've actually put these Wheelmaster rims through a lot of abuse, and I kind of like them. For the price, you really can't beat it. I think they're like between $70 and $120 for a front or a rear, with or without a disc, axle hub, or quick release hub. I mean, they have all the options. They're not always perfect when you get them. I mean, I've always had them be true when I get them. But since I'm a bigger rider, I start riding them, they don't always stay true. But I mean, if you ride bikes enough, you probably know how to true up a wheel anyway. A lot of people say you shouldn't have to do that when you buy something, but you know what? That's what happens. Any hobby like this, you're gonna have to know, have mechanical knowledge of some sort. You can't just expect everything to work. Companies just want to make money. They don't care if their stuff works or not anymore. It's not 1950. Nobody stands by anything anymore. You gotta stand by yourself and know how to fix stuff when you get it. That way you don't waste your money. I don't think I've returned anything. I don't think I've ever really returned anything. And I've wanted to before. But you know what? Sometimes it's what's the point? It was an RC car, for example. I bought it, and it was a kit that you had to put together yourself. And it just was the plastic was from 2005. It was brittle. Literally fell apart while I was putting it together. I had to glue half the thing, which isn't fair. But it was a cheap RC car, and I'm like, whatever. I don't want the small seller on Amazon to get in trouble for a mistake that a big company made. You know what I mean? So why am I going to return it and make him pay for it? Hold on. If you saw a sign that says caution vehicle traffic, because they have cement trucks and stuff that have to drive through here. We're good. Look at that road. Muddy, muddy, muddy. Oh, that's some good mud. Look at that. Gotta clean my tires off. Oh, I just got mud all over my phone and face. Nice. I've ridden this trail many times. It's just been a long time recently because of my knee injury. I was riding my first fixed gear bicycle, and I ended up getting bucked off of it. Anybody who knows. And handlebars punched me in the stomach so hard that it knocked the wind out of me and knocked me out. And I got sent over the bars, did a somersault, and my knee was the one and only thing to impact the ground. my left knee, it's not doing great. I'm wearing a friggin' Mad Max type brace on it right now just to make sure it doesn't pop out on me, but yeah, something's wrong with it, obviously. I couldn't walk on it for weeks. I was limping. Months, I think. I still had to go to work. I was doing 6-hour shifts because that was the minimum I could stand on it. And I don't know, I think it helped. But I still have a lot of work to do because sometimes it just comes out from under me and I fall. So that's why I'm out here today. This is the first good weather day that we can have for Cleveland in this time. So I'll take it. Fellow cyclist. Ooh. Hello. There we go, gear up. Alright, I'm very happy with this bike. I'm just sad I didn't have one of these beforehand. I might not even have bought my Poseidon. No, I still love that bike. It has its purposes. I'm going to need a fishing bike here soon, once this weather gets nicer. Might have some fishing content for my channel, which would be amazing, because I've been a fisherman about as long as I've been able to walk, if you can call it that. I mean, we would go fishing once or twice a year, but I can still reel in some pretty big catfish and bass, so, you know, I guess you can call that whatever you want it to, but we're gonna catch some fish on the channel, I think. I just gotta get my fishing license so I don't get arrested. That'd be smart. I've never seen a game warden, but I don't want to. There's a lot of water out here. I don't know if there's a lot of fish, but there's also a lake. If I want to go to Lake Erie, that's right there too. In fact, this path leads to Lake Erie. I could go there now if I wanted to. And I'll tell you, hey, look, a blue jay. But I'll tell you though, I'm a little too tired for that. I used to be able to pump out 30 miles round trip down this trail, but I think the 5 we're doing there and back was at 10 then. I think that's all I can handle. Pedestrians in the way. Just kidding, I wouldn't run nobody over. I'm really digging the flat bladed handlebars. I don't know if you can see these, but these are comfortable. There we go. Yeah, these are good. Some of this Chinese carbon fiber stuff is actually a lot better than people think. Because here's the thing, same processes that a lot of high-end manufacturers use are the same processes that these no-name Chinese brands are using. Some of them may not be finished as well, I'm not going to lie. You're not getting a better product, or even like 90% close, but is it functional still? Yes. Another civilian to pass. Passing on your left. Oh, we're almost at the end of the trail. I wasn't meaning to record this whole section, but I guess I started talking. So anyway, I may just end it here because there's not much. It's about another 1.5 miles of this and then a really steep hill again. So you probably don't need to hear me wheeze on that again. So I'll go ahead and pause the video and ask you to like and subscribe. because this isn't all that I do. Because if you were suggested this video, there's a chance that you're into either RC cars, real cars, or bicycles, old bicycles specifically. And that's the kind of stuff that I like. So stay tuned and stay cool.